They began slowly pouring the boiling hot liquid down his throat.
Oh
causing
my
severe
gosh!
injury to the man.
His pipes! No, his esophagus! His stomach! His gastrointestinal system! His digestive tract! They gave him a facial. A facial. One of the many reasons why I wouldn't want to go to prison is obviously not wanting to live out that extremely long prison sentence. But besides that, let's just say you do get wrapped up in some crazy conviction. Once you are locked up between those cell walls, it's not like that's the only problem. Now you're dealing with people who are violent, took people's lives, might even have touched, you know, some underage individuals, gang members, and dangerous thugs, okay? So today we got the most painful prison deaths ever.
Teeth.
Teeth?
You get booked into prison and the air feels heavier the second that steel door slams shut
Facts,
behind you.
yes.
The cuffs come off, but all eyes are still on you. You look left to right, only to see inmates sizing you up like wolves around a wounded deer.
I don't care. Call me soft if you want to. I'm gonna cry. When I was a kid, I remember watching like those Beyond Scared Straight episodes where the prisoners would come out and be like, just freaking feed me to them. They're gonna eat me anyways. Either that or they're gonna take my innocence. And you know what that means.
Sizing you up like wolves around a wounded...
And don't think I didn't see Diddy in this corner right here.
The first week you're in there, you're purely fresh meat. From getting shoved in chow lines to getting tripped in the showers, you quickly find out that in prison showing weak...
Hey, don't drop that soap. What the? Yo, Diddy's coming for him. He's literally coming for him. He's coming for him and he's coming on him. Yo, is the dropping the soap thing actually real, by the way? If anybody for some reason happens to be a former prisoner watching this video, why are you watching this? You know what? Hey, we accept all races, all genders, all sexuality, and all crimes. No, actually, not all crimes.
Is an invitation to getting beat up.
Okay.
So you stop. You start doing push-ups until your chest is on fire and burpees until your vision blurs.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there's not much else to be doing inside the prison besides doing goddamn exercise, push-ups, and everything. I'm gonna be looking like Uncle Iroh afterwards.
Anything heavy that you can get your hands on, you quickly start lifting. As usual, the fights keep on coming. But for once, you finally win.
Oh!
A few months later, people know your name.
Okay.
Inmates begin nodding at you in the yard.
Okay.
Gangs start sending some of their guys to your cell not to beat you.
On your soul, put me in prison for like 2-3 months. Probably gonna take a little plastic knife and turn it into an illegal blade. Just don't tell nobody about it. There might be a time where I need to friggin' shank somebody. But low-key, I think I could become like the ringleader of the prison at some point. I'm smart enough. I have the brains for it.
But to rather invite you to their group. As usual, you stay solo, but the respect, that's yours now.
Okay.
You've earned it, and
Yeah, I
everybody
like that.
recognizes it. It wasn't easy, but you've finally climbed the ranks of approval inside of the prison.
Okay, okay.
One night, you come back to your cell, and you can't help but to feel that something's off. You look inside, only to find a scrawny newcomer sprawled out on the top of the bed.
You said a scrawny newcomer and I'm buff like this? Oh yeah, easy pickings. No, I'm kidding.
You've been locked up long enough to know that what this man is doing is one of the biggest signs of disrespect in the prison.
Oh.
But the man seems ignorant to the culture.
Yeah, what if he's a rookie, bro? I'm gonna just tap him, bro. I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna be a gentleman. Don't worry.
Sleep with his head on your pillow like he owns the place.
Hey, wake up.
That's realistic. I'm gonna be honest, that's how my voice sounds really. When I talk, like when I'm off stream and stuff, you know, my voice gets real deep, all right? Hey. Tight shit.
That I'm trying to catch some sleep.
Get the off my bed.
Man, it's too early for this.
Okay.
Just buzz off.
Everyone's watching. This is the biggest disrespect you've received in months.
You gotta end him.
To a point where you finally decide enough.
Pulverize him.
You grab the scrawny man and rip him off your bunk bed, slamming him down to the floor.
Yes.
Without wasting a second, you begin swinging at him like it's no man's business.
No, we don't do that because this is gonna last us. This is gonna make our prison sentence even longer, bro. This adds like an extra 10 years.
Inmates rush out from their cells and form a crowd between the two of you, excited to see the fight take place. Your fists connect over and over, and cheers erupt around you from all types of prisoners.
Okay.
You lock him in a tight headlock, with your muscles bulging. He's flailing aimlessly, with
Come here.
and tears dripping from his eyes and nose. Gang leaders begin placing bets on who'll win the fight for fun.
Me,
But it's
obviously.
obvious. You're winning easily.
Yeah.
And then, it happens. A pain so sharp and blinding that it doesn't feel real. You really don't want to look.
What?
But you look anyways in pure disbelief. It wasn't just a gut feeling, your brain was right.
What?
The dude is literally biting your nut. You scream like a banshee.
Oh! My gosh. Take my hand, take my foot, take my eye. My nuts? No. Getting hit in the nuts is worse than being pregnant, bro. I've tried a pregnancy stimulator though, I'll tell you that.
It's a sound you can't even recognize coming from yourself. But right now, you don't care. You begin to claw, punch, and bash on him. Unfortunately, however, you only find that the more you hit him, the harder the bite becomes.
No, you gotta get this rabid dog. Get him off my nuts, man. Get him off my nuts. Is this a crazy question if I ask? Let's just say somebody does this to you, right? Like, does it rip open And is there a bunch of blood? Or is it like, what is inside? Like, have you ever been curious to know like what's 2 marbles literally just fall on the ground and then just like an empty sack of skin? I'm sorry to even paint that picture in your head. I'm sorry.
When you start to feel tissue rip, your punches turn into desperate pleas for him to stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen. The crowd isn't cheering anymore, and even the veterans look sick. You begin begging for the guards to intervene, but by the time they rush...
You gotta end his life, man. Like, he's clearly not letting go. He's got your nuts in his mouth like these. With death grip. You gotta end him. You gotta end his life. I'm sorry. Yo, brief intermission. If you're enjoying today's video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
...in and rip him off you, it's too late. You're found convulsing on the floor, unresponsive, with life-threatening injuries. Medical staff does their absolute best to save you.
Okay.
But you're broken in a way that can't be undone. This incident took place in Ghana during 2021.
Africa?
Both individuals got into an altercation that led to this shamelessly terrifying fight.
An article was written?
The suspect that committed the crime was taken to court again, where he'd received judgment for his attack. Always remember to protect your jewels. The freezer incident.
Okay, wait, before we even get into the freezer incident, how do you protect him in that situation? Do you wear like metal underwear, dude? You can't.
A 33-year-old man would be taken to the Walker County Jail, confused, malnourished, and sick.
Okay.
His cousin had called for help, hoping that the police would bring an ambulance and give him medical assistance.
Okay. Why does dude look like the Pringles can?
However, the sheriff's deputies arrived to the scene first.
Okay.
And they reported that the man brandished a weapon and let off a round towards the officers before running into a forest. When they finally apprehended him, he was seen to be malnourished and in a state of total delirium, with his only comments being incoherent babbles about portals
Okay, so it's safe to assume that he's on drugs, right?
in hell. Instead of taking the man to the hospital, the officers would lock him in a cold booking cell and remove his clothes for whatever reason.
What? Freaky ass officers, what's going on? My man's hungry. He's delirious. He probably, had a bad trip off some za.
The cold began eating at him. It seeped into his bones, turned his skin to goose flesh, and made his teeth chatter until his jaw ached.
Okay.
Each breath fogged in the air like it was Christmas night, and the man began shivering so violently that it hurt.
Okay.
An officer would state that this treatment was fitting, since the man fired a weapon at the officers.
Man.
Some other jailers even said that the cops should have just fired at him, instead of bringing him back to the jail.
So they froze this dude alive like a damn Thanksgiving turkey because he let off shots against the officer. You got him apprehended. He's arrested. You don't need to put him in a freezer afterwards, okay? This is not Avatar: The Last Airbender. Y'all remember that one scene, if you've seen it, where they threw... Oh, no, it was Zuko, where they threw Zuko in the freezer.
Alive. Days passed without food, warmth, or medical treatment for his mental state. Until one day, he was finally taken out of the cell.
And what?
However, it would be for anything but a good reason.
What?
Despite being in a freezing cold cell with temperatures that dropped below 30 degrees for nearly a week, officers still thought that these conditions were too comfortable for him.
Oh my
To
God,
the
they're
man's
bugging.
complete horror, they wanted to lock him in the jail's kitchen freezer. They would rip
What did he do? Okay, I get it, bro. He shot at the officer, man. If you were better off like taking his life than doing this.
him out of his cell and tase him so violently that he'd lose his dentures in the process. With his wrists and ankles shackled, they would throw the man in a metal restraint chair, tie him down, and leave him in the freezer.
Bro, there is not a single justifiable reason to be doing all this, man. He's not the Iceman. He's not Drake. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy.
The air inside was biting. Any ounce of heat his body may have maintained before was sapped instantly. His body burned with fever, then chilled again.
Damn.
As if it couldn't decide whether to fight or surrender.
How does he not have like hypothermia by now or like frostbite?
The castration unit filled the silence. His fingers stiffened, his lips turned blue, and the man froze with every second in that chair, feeling like hours.
Ah.
When they moved him back to the holding cell, the floor was littered with trash. He lay there motionless, ribs showing, breath shallow. The nurse appeared briefly, stood at the doorway, then turned off the light and left him in darkness. Guards
Damn.
passed his cell, some stopping to look, others just walking by.
Help!
Not one brought him clothes. After enduring 2 weeks of pure horror, the officers took him to a hospital. A human's normal body...
No. That makes it so much worse. That is so disrespectful. You see me on the ground after all that, and then you take me to the hospital? At that point, bro, you might as well just hit an emote, bro. Just emote on my grave. Hit me with the take the L dance or something off Fortnite. Little best mates action. Is my life a joke?
Supposed to be about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
But when they brought him in, he was only breathing 2 breaths per minute with a pulse that was nearly non-existent.
Wow.
His body temperature shockingly read 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Doctors tried to warm him up and did their absolute best to push his body back from the edge, but sadly enough, it was too late.
Rest in peace, man.
In the official report, officers would lie and say that he was completely fine when he left the jail, and that hypothermia is what caused this outcome.
Brother, what do you mean completely fine when he left the jail? Yo, Scratch whatever I was about to say. Whenever you see an officer with this cut, just know they're about to abuse you like there's no tomorrow. They're gonna go way past the limits to make sure you suffer.
But in truth, they froze him alive.
Yeah.
Thankfully, 10 jail staff members would all be tried and charged in relation to this incident.
Justice.
Let situations like these encourage you to know the law and your rights as a civilian well.
Facts.
And
Rest in
also,
peace.
Let it serve as a reminder for people like you and I to refuse to look the other way whenever those in power treat humans with cruelty.
Facts.
Napalm.
What?
First, you do enough favors from...
Wait, napalm as in like the stuff from Call of Duty where you can send in like a strike, like a chemical fire?
First, you do enough favors from other prisoners for them to buy you some peanut butter from the commissary.
Okay.
Then you eat up the peanut butter and lick the jar clean and keep it concealed.
What?
After that, you steal some sugar.
Whoa. The only favor I want to be doing with peanut butter is carving out a cylindrical hole inside of it with my... Yeah.
After that, you steal some sugar from the jail's kitchen and strong cleaning materials like bleach or ammonia.
Yo, my boy is culture, bro. Whoever's behind this channel talking hat, you know ball, bro. This is a great show right here. Hey, have anybody watched this video seen Bleach? What you know about Waco Mundo, bro?
Once you've got all your materials, head back to the kitchen and bribe the prisoner working kitchen
With
people
Astroworld?
to have access to stove and pots inside.
Okay.
Then, quickly cook yourself some boiling hot water and slowly pour it into your peanut butter jar so that it doesn't melt and warp the container.
Make sure I get this straight. So far, we've got peanut butter jar, we've got sugar, bleach, and hot water. What are you making? Are you making a honey bun to throw at homeless people?
Finally, sneak the boiling hot water back to your cell and mix the rest of your ingredients inside of it.
Okay.
And when you see your enemy sitting down to eat his lunch, attack. This concoction is called prison napalm, and it's
Prison napalm. They're playing chemical warfare in prison? We would not stand a chance. Yo, you watching this video? Stay safe. Do not commit any crazy crimes, bro. Yo, your face might turn into like a zombie, bro. You might look like a ghoul from Fallout. I feel like I'm referencing a bunch of things that nobody really knows for real. Actually, no, y'all know this. Y'all have culture, bro.
one of the most dangerous yet common weapons used within US prisons. This horrific mixture splashes onto you and sticks to your skin while burning the living hell
Oh
out
my
of your body.
gosh.
It's difficult to get off, and it keeps on burning you long after the attack is over because of its stickiness.
It's basically the equivalency of eating out somebody who has HIV, bro. Damn, that's really crazy, though.
Called prison napalm. In August 2013, a 24-year-old man would be sentenced to 20 years of prison for mistakenly targeting an innocent young girl in an act of violence that would tragically be the cause of her passing.
So you're smart enough to create an entire concoction of prison napalm, but you throw at the wrong person? Talk about fumbling the absolute bag. And then that girl has to live with the freaking, oh gosh, bro, the pain.
The community absolutely enraged about this. People outside of the prison would put a $13,000 bounty on his head for the prisoners to deal with.
Wait, am I missing something? Wait, did he throw it on an innocent woman outside? He wasn't even arrested? Oh, it wasn't an inmate, duh, because you can't have female inmates inside of a male prison. My bad, I gotta lock in. My bad, guys.
Of violence that would tragically be the cause of her passing. With the community absolutely enraged.
Yeah, that's
about
crazy.
this, people outside of the prison would put a $13,000 bounty on his head for the prisoners to deal away with him.
13?
After a series of unsuccessful attacks, the man would be placed in a protection cell with two other inmates. But horrifically enough, at around 11 p.m., the man would prepare to go to bed when one of the inmates in the cell quickly pinned him down to the floor, while the other magically revealed a steaming hot concoction of, yep, you guessed it, prison napalm. What makes this place terrifying
Hey,
is
bro, that's exactly what you deserve. Karma, man. That's all I can say.
that the men didn't just throw and splash the napalm on him, like how it's normally supposed to be used. They began slowly pouring the boiling hot liquid down his throat.
Oh
causing
my
severe injury to
gosh!
the man.
His pipes! No, his esophagus! His stomach! His gastrointestinal system! His digestive tract! Yo, that's actually crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Internals. Afterwards, they poured the rest of it on his face, eyes, lips, and ears. Officers would
They gave him a facial. A facial!
quickly intervene, but upon glimpse of the man, they would report that he bared a horrifyingly similar resemblance to a real-life zombie.
Oh my gosh. They did him horrible. And all for the price of $13,000? What is that gonna do? You do that for 13K, is that gonna buy you some cosmic brownies, some honey packs to use on your other fellow inmates? Some quesos ramen noodles? What can you do? Those people had to have been in there knowing damn well like they're never gonna see the light of day again, bro. But that's gonna do it for today's video. That was some of the most outrageous prison incidents of all time. We learned about the freezer incident, we learned about the napalm incident, and then in the beginning, the teeth incident. I think the napalm incident is by far the craziest one. That's kind of fair to say the dude kind of had it coming in a way. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Make sure you link me any new videos I'm gonna check out. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the main channel. Follow me on Instagram, link in the description as well. Join me in Discord, link in the description too. As always, have a great rest of your day. It's love you all. I love you, and I'm out.